Hey creatives, here's the thing. You can have all the creative systems in the world, but if your money is a mess, you're still stuck in chaos mode, trust me. And the core group gets this. They understand it. They work exclusively with creatives, and they know that financial overwhelm kills your creative energy faster than anything. Whether you need basic tax help or full CFO level strategy, they will meet you where you are and help you build sustainable financial systems. The profit first approach means that you actually pay yourself first instead of hoping that there's enough money left over at the end, right? So head to coregroup.us.com and let them help you create financial clarity today. As we close out 2025, I want to share something with you. A letter to the creative you're becoming in 2026. Let's get into it.
Taking creatives from chaos to clarity.
Welcome back to Creativity Made Easy, the podcast for creative professionals who want to scale their business without burning out. I'm Dustin Peed, founder of Chief Creative Consultants, and I'm here to help you move from chaos to clarity by building systems that actually work for how you create. Whether you're a solo creative agency owner or leading a creative team, this show is designed to give you practical frameworks to grow your business while protecting what matters most: your creativity, your margin, and your peace of mind. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been with me here all year, thank you. Let's make 2026 our clearest year yet. And as you can tell, it is Christmas time. I was gifted from a close friend of mine right over my shoulder here. If you're watching on YouTube, that is a 3-foot tall Little Debbie Christmas tree light. And I'm super pumped to have it and it really brightens up the studio for this time of the year. But whether you're opening presents this week with family, enjoying a quiet morning alone, or somewhere in between, I'm so grateful that you're here. Just for a few minutes, I want to share a special message with you. You know, a few weeks ago, I was wrapping up some client sessions for the year, and one of my clients said something that stuck with me. He said, "A year ago, I didn't know what I didn't know. And now I can't believe I ran my business any other way." Now, that's just the power of clarity. It's not perfection. It's not having it all figured out. It's just knowing what matters the most and where you're going. So this year on the podcast, we've talked about a lot. We talked about burnout and margin, transformative one-on-ones, mental health, AI-assisted planning, which I have an update for coming in the new year, and countless frameworks to help you build systems that actually serve your creativity instead of suffocating it. But as I was reflecting on 2025, I realized something. All these conversations, all these frameworks, all of these strategies, they're really just different ways of asking one question. What does future you need from present you? So today I want to help you write a letter, not to me, not to your team, but to the version of yourself who will show up in January 2026 ready to create your best work yet. So let me tell you what we learned together this year. We learned that margin isn't what's left after your work is done. It's what makes your best work possible in the first place. The do versus do framework teaches us that proactive planning beats reactive scrambling every single time. We discovered that buffer time isn't laziness, it's leadership. We saw how building margin into our schedules protects both our creativity and our sanity. We learned that one-on-one meetings can transform teams, but only if we do them right. The best one-on-ones aren't just status updates, they're relationship building sessions. We discovered that asking, "How are you really?" unlocks more progress than what's on your task list. We learned that investing in people isn't a distraction from the work, it is the work. We learned that mental health isn't a luxury for creatives, it's a necessity. We talked about recognizing burnout before it becomes a crisis. We explored the importance of therapy and boundaries and honest conversations that we all need to have as creatives. We acknowledged that taking care of ourselves makes us better leaders, better teammates, and better creatives. And we learned that AI isn't here to replace us, it's here to help us to think better. We walked through AI assisted planning sessions that save us time without losing the human touch. We discovered how to use tools to organize chaos, to draft faster, and to think more strategically. We learned that the best use of AI is amplifying our strengths, not compensating for our weaknesses. All of these lessons connect back to our core frameworks and templates: the do versus do framework, the time and energy audit template, the future you framework, the 4D creative process. They're not separate concepts, they're all part of the same mission, the same ecosystem, helping you create with efficiency as you scale. So here's what I want you to do. Sometime in the next week or two, as you enter into the new year, I want you to write a letter to future you. Actually, write it out. And here's how. Start with honesty about where you are right now. What worked in 2025? What didn't? Where did you thrive? Where did you struggle? What systems helped you? What chaos held you back? Write all those down. Don't sugarcoat it, right? Because future you needs the truth. Then get clear on what you want for 26 to feel like, right? Not just look like, but to feel like. Revenue goals matter, but how do you want to feel when you hit them? Do you want more clients? Do you want the right clients? Do you want a bigger team? Do you want a better functioning team? Do you want to work more hours or do you want to work better hours? Clarity isn't just about outcomes, it's about energy. Next in your letter, identify one thing that if you changed it, it would change everything. This is your constraint. This is your linchpin. For some of you, it's client acquisition. You need a system that actually fills your pipeline. For others, it's delegation. You need to stop being the bottleneck in your own business. For others, still, it's boundaries. You need to protect your margin before it disappears completely. Future you can't thrive if present you doesn't remove the constraint. And then write the letter, right? Literally, open up a Google Doc, grab your journal, grab your Remarkable pad, whatever it is, and tell future you what you're committing to. Address yourself for 2026. Tell future you what you're letting go of. Tell future you what success looks like and feels like, not just financially, but emotionally, relationally, and creatively. This is the future you framework in action. Everything we create today, every system, every process, every boundary is a gift to the person that we're becoming. Now, here's how you turn those lessons into clarity in 2026. First, pick one framework to master in Q1. Don't try to implement everything at once. Probably start with the do versus do framework, right? If you're exhausted and you don't know why, run a time and energy audit. If your team is confused, implement the 4D creative process. Mastery beats dabbling in things every single time. Next, you're going to build margin into your calendar before you fill it. This is the single biggest mistake creatives make every year. They schedule every hour and then wonder why they're stressed out all year long. So block buffer time in first. Treat it like a client meeting. Protect it fiercely. Future you will thank present you for this one simple decision. Third, commit to one regular check-in ritual. Weekly reviews or monthly alignment meetings, quarterly strategic planning, pick one. Put it on the calendar and show up for it. The best systems in the world fail without consistent evaluation and consistent execution. So clarity isn't a one-time event. It's a discipline. And finally, give yourself permission to say no. Say no to bad fit clients. Say no to scope creep. Say no to overcommitment. Every yes that you make is a no to something else. So in 2026, protect your capacity like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. James Clear says this. He says, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And that's what 2026 is all about. It's not about setting better goals. It's about building better systems. Systems that serve your creativity, protect your margin, and help you scale without burning out. So here's what I want you to do before 2026 begins. Schedule just 30 minutes. Set aside 30 minutes to write your letter to future you. Be honest about where you're at. Be clear about where you're going, and identify one constraint, the one thing that if you removed it, it would change everything. Then choose one of our simple frameworks to implement in just the first quarter. You're not committing to the whole year, just the first 3 months. Go to dustinp.com/free and download whichever one stands out the most to you to fix your biggest problem. Don't try to do everything. Master one thing first. And thirdly, block buffer time in your January calendar right now. Before you add client meetings, before you schedule calls, block margin first. Treat it like the non-negotiable that it really needs to be. They don't want you to set up regular check-in rituals sometime for 2026, whether it be a weekly review, a monthly planning session, a quarterly strategic retreat like our renewal and refuel days. Put it on the calendar. Make it sacred and show up for it. And finally, give yourself permission to start small. You don't have to overhaul your entire business on January 1st. You just have to take the next right step. Listen, clarity comes from consistent action, not perfect planning. 2026 doesn't have to be perfect, but it can be clearer. You spent the entire year learning. Now it's time to implement. You spent this year building frameworks, and now it's time to use them. You spent the year discovering what works for you and what doesn't. So now's the time to commit to that change. Future you is waiting, and present you has everything you need to set them up for success. So set them up for success. So I'm taking next week off to spend time with my family, reset for the new year. But I'll be back the following week in January. I think it's January 8th. With new episodes and things like that, new strategies to help you scale your creative business without burning out. Until then, check out dustinpeed.com/free for free resources. Follow me at dustinpeed on social media for any updates. And most importantly, write that letter. Future you is counting on it. I'm so very thankful that you've been with me on this journey this year. I'm so honored that you would spend a little bit of time with me each and every week. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and cheers to your clearest year yet.